Alright, we are back with another Dune Imperium ranked match recorded on the iPad, and we are facing Mr. Number 1, Ship It Hala. Wrong Q snipe though. I may have been trying to Q snipe into someone else, but there Ship It. So we go the Baron here. Obviously, we know we're trying to win Elo, so we pick the best leader possible to give us that advantage. We obviously do the meta spacing Fremen. Nothing else. And then we got Ship It on the Hondro, DP on Leto, and Exodia in Grandpa's deck on Ariana. Holtzman engine is there, flagships and detonations was there. And we got Seek Allies in hand for the Hardy Warriors. So we got the Signet Ring. It just depends on if Hardy Warriors is going to be blocked or not for us. Otherwise, I mean, potential 5 reveal Persuasion or, yeah, or on a 4. But we shall see what's going to be open to us here. Could be a late Hardy Warriors depending on if someone blocks. So Exodia goes up on 2. Okay, interesting. Leto goes Spice. Exodia is on Smuggling. Where does Ship It All go? Oh, it's Holtzman's engine up there? I mean, I haven't even sped up the video and I'm already flicking through those texts pretty fast. So yeah, Wind Trap. So he gets to go up on Research Station right away, trying to get that Stitch Tour. Not bad. Yeah, Holtzman engine, detonation devices, and flagships. He tosses in 2 here. So we do get the Hardy Warriors. You know we pop it. I mean, if Leto has Ring now, is the time to get that bump here. And I mean, there's that second kid in the Imperium row, which isn't bad. I doubt we get it because we're revealing last. And we most likely reveal on a 4, so yeah. Leto. Ooh, okay, Ariana goes Fold Space. So Smuggle and Fold for her. What is Leto doing? Leto did have Ring. So he goes up on Karthag, gets that spacing bump activated. So now all 3 of us are there. And what does Ship It Hala do? The entry that Leto got on Karthag must not have been combat if he's not going to toss in more here, right? Right? Because usually if it's combat, they'll pressure you. So it's not combat on him, so now it just depends. See, I would like to reveal with 5, obviously. If I can get conflict and reveal with the 5, that would be nice. But also, I consider still suits here so that I can run it back next round to Hardy as well. Because we know we're not going to get smuggled. We know we're not going to get float space. So my consideration is, do I go still, or do I go Siege here to get water? Or do I go and tech to keep the 5? Or even I could have a 6. So we go tag for the 6, so you know we want to blow the row here. Blow the row. Let's see what everyone takes. So we got a 3 on Ariana. Dissecting Kit. Yeah. Dissecting Kit's a really good card. Don't underrate that card, guys. It's very good. 2 daggers here on Mr. Leto. We pray that he did not get an ambush or something, but he didn't toss more, so we kind of figure he didn't get combat. But yeah, could be hurtful if he has ambush. Blows the row on Ship It Hala. Dissecting Kit appears. Chom Delegate appears. He has the 5. So, I mean, Chom Delegate and Dissecting Kit. We got the Shifting Allegiance appearing up, though, afterwards. So, obviously, a Shifting then at that point. So, it looks like we get ourselves a little Dissecting Kit, but we decide to Imperium Row into a Siege Mother. I kind of, at the time of playing this, I kind of regretted doing that. And then seeing Guildbreakers get revealed after that, I feel like I maybe should have just taken the Dissecting Kits. But when I have Persuasion like that early, I kind of just want to nuke to see if I can get into TM, Web of Power, something better. It's just because it's like, in some games, round 1 you might have that high persuasion, and in the next 2 rounds coming up 2 and 3 you might not have high persuasion, so you're holding on to that atomic. You're not deck building, and deck building is really important early rounds because later rounds you have more important things to do. You're gonna see those cards less and less as the game goes on, so you want to get those good cards in the deck early so you see them more often. So that's why it kind of feels bad when like you reveal very poor early game and you're not deck building. Because you're kind of going to be stuck with a bunch of, well, your starting deck really and some liaisons for most of the game. So we head up here on Schmuggle. And Leto took Fold. So Leto's not getting involved in the conflict because he's going to Interstellar Ship. Ship It went and grabbed Spice there. And there's Interstellar on him. Yeah, Leto just sits, obviously. Now we're looking at either to Wealth here to get up on 3 Solari so that I can maybe get Smuggle next round to drop. Or Shipping to get Swordmaster. Now Leto's undoing his move right now, which is concerning. Because he could just go up, down, drop, and take 5, right? And be on 7 for next round Swordmaster. Which, depending on what other players do, it could end up being smart. But he decides to just sit on second drop. Get himself a research. And let's see what Mr. Shippa does. I think our consideration here is Diblo to Wealth. Otherwise, I mean Diblo back to Still Suits. Toss in for a water. To set up for the Great Flat the following round. If we don't get Smuggler right, we get options here. So he had Infiltrate. Lucky guy. So he can go up and then drop with a ring to get Swordmaster around 3 here. So yeah, I go Still Suits for the water so that I can get the Great Flat next round. Because I'm not getting Swordmaster. My consideration was well though to be up on 3 and then maybe get Smuggle next round, but those hopes were kind of low anyways. But getting that Great Flat is better for us here. Now, there's a chance that Ship It could get Great Flat as well. If you get second place here. And then he skips Swordmaster to go Great Flat first, and then into Swordmaster. And we got Tech by Exodia here. Just taking the token. We reveal him on 2 Persuasion, so, you know, nothing great. I believe, I mean, at this point, Ship It should have his other experimentation in hand, maybe. So we got a counterattack coming out here. So counterattack was the entry that Ship It put away round 1. And he has 2 daggers. So my one little troop does nothing. And Stitched Horror does go to Ship It. Now I do consider this Sleek Farmer here to try to get my Solari up. But I don't take it. So unfortunately I don't get any water here for the Great Flat next round. Feels bad with that counterattack. So now we're kind of in a shit spot. Now we are one away from Fremen Alliance though, but so we got Siege Mother, we got the Liaison, we got big persuasion here. It is a VP conflict with water attached to it. We got the Swordmaster with the shifting coming up, so down Fremen, up spacing, unlock shipping for himself. He does have Chom Delegate. And we can go smuggle up, or we can smuggle drop to set ourselves up for Swordmaster next round. Otherwise, I mean, Leto has shipping right now, so Leto goes and drops, gets his Swordmaster next round in front of us if I don't go smuggle drop here for my Solari now. Now, this is basically the moment that you decide if you're playing on 2 sword or 2 agents, or you're playing on 3. So we go up. We go up. Which in hindsight, I don't know. In hindsight, I might have, I don't know, dropped and grabbed my Solari so that next round I could have went Swordmaster. Because Leto's gonna get sword. But I feel like in the moment I wanted the more value out of Schmuggle. Because with this drop next round on Smuggle, I get to open up interstellar shipping as well. And I think I just end up playing Siege Mother. I think maybe this still suits here. Trash Dagger. That would be ideal. Or maybe even just go to Secrets to get a 0.5 elsewhere. So Leto's got his Solari. We are on 4 Solari. No garrison troops. We're pretty broke. Green was able to get that spice off of Great Flats. Still Suits gets taken here, so now I'm you know, I'm considering things. Do we want to go to Secrets with Siege, Trash Dagger, get that out? Do we want to go to Dagger to Tech, 4th to 7, and see if we get something from the row here? We go Mentat to draw more so that we can go last here. So yeah, now we're choosing to be basically last on Swordmaster with this. Which, I mean, isn't terrible. I mean, obviously playing on 2 agents is not the greatest thing, especially later rounds. But the Mentat also blocks Leto here as well, because he could have went here for 1 Solari and still had his Swordmaster for next round. So with the Hardy Warriors coming out by Leto. And Shibit just goes up to Wealth. Gets the 0.5, spends it. And yeah, now it's either we go Siege Secrets, Trash Dagger, or we try to keep that Persuasion. And we choose to spend it and get this Dagger out. Slim the deck up, get the 0.5. And we go down on 4 Persuasion. So now we hoping someone reveals something great for us. She's got 4 here. She does have Atomic still. Takes Twisted Mentat. I mean, I've seen some players get some good use out of the card. I've yet to take it in ranked. Unless, I don't know. I've yet to take it just because I feel like reclaiming for Beatles is just better than taking that card. But we'll see if she gets some value out of it this game. The only time I could see like Usurp or Twisted Mentat is like maybe you have a Gruesome Sacrifice or you have Harvest Cells early in like rounds 1, 2, 3 maybe. But you get those extra cubes from those intrigues to be able to afford that 4-piece specimen card and still be able to get your friendship on the T-Lax board. That's my thing. Like if you spend all your specimens early, you've kind of got to play then out your experimentations each time you see them so that you get that VP on the T-Lax board. So ship it reveals web of power here for us. Disgusting. Disgusting. Very unfortunate for the other players at the table. But very, very beautiful for us that we had exactly 4. Very beautiful. And we get dispatch, which is not a bad entry at all. It gives faction to our hands without faction. But yeah, now we're not looking too bad now, to be honest. Alright, so now I can drop on the track. We buy the intrigue. I make consideration to not buy, but I'm like, I'm not gonna get Swordmaster anyways this round. I might as well buy the intrigue. But we do take the Solari to go back up on 7. And we got recruitment mission off that ring by, which is not terrible. Got the refocus coming out here on Exodia to try to get the other leg of Exodia. She goes full space, gets shipping unlocked for herself next round. So here's the sad thing also, because I spent that intrigue, Leto can now go Interstellar Ship and then go Swordmaster. So in hindsight, it might have been better for me not to do that. That way he had to go Swordmaster first move, and then ship it would have gone Interstellar then after that, but we would have forced him to miss out on shipping. So I mean, that's also like another thing I could have considered there. Is if I had kept my Solari, then Leto has to go Swordmaster first instead of going Interstellar Shipping, unless he gives up Swordmaster, right? Because he kind of would have been guaranteed to get it next round. So, you know, it could have been him giving it up for Interstellar Ship for the tempo. But now he got some more tempo with getting Interstellar Ship and Swordmaster here. I think ship is seen. There's 3 spice on Imperial Basin for no water cost. You do end up giving green 1 spice, but you save 2 water, or you save 1 water. I mean, to keep yourself up on 2. And now Diblo for us, I mean, Hardy Warriors to try against that fight. We do have 1 entry for Tiebreaker and a dagger, so we are up on 9, 10, 11 if we pop Tiebreaker. Power plays in the Imperium row here, so that recruitment mission could put power play on top of the deck for us. We got Exodia going tech, Ultimate Engine. Yep, okay, there goes. Hollow Projectors pops up. Detonations is there and Flagship still. Leto goes to Swordmaster now. Selector breeding by Ship It with Truthsayer. See, the thing with me playing on my iPad also is I don't click into people's like profiles to look at the discard pile, because I feel like if I was on PC I would have clicked in to see, I mean, where he's trashing from, if it's hand or discard pile there. But on the iPad, you know, I'm looking up at my TV right now, right now, and that's why I clicked the tech icon so many times. So we're gonna take this power play and put it on top of our deck to try to squeeze ourselves another alliance somewhere, or just a friendship even on the Emperor. That way Web of Power is activated on all 3 of those influence parts. And it would be beautiful for us to get this VP on this fight here. It would put us up on 6 because we still have 2 friendships on the board. We still have our T-Lax VP on the board. So again, this conflict will be a big tempo for us. We got the shitting from Haga, so probably goes up and grabs spacing with this. You know, goes up and goes for the Emperor. Interesting. Favorite subject intrigue? For later? Back up on 7 Solari because it's shown delegate. So he didn't even go to shipping this round either, and he had the option to with Chom. Alright, and we get the VP. So this is a great tempo for us on VPs. There's 2 conflict VPs that no one can take away from us. And another conflict VP pops up here with Siege of Airkeen. We have the power play that we put on top of the deck. We have Dispatch, which allows the Signet Ring to even be a faction card now. Now at this point, I'm thinking power play to Wealth and then to Swordmaster with Signet Ring. But she drops for Solari, so that means I'm not... well, she gives me Swordmaster, right? So now I don't go the power play into Wealth into Sword. We just go Sword. But I don't get the Intrigue. Unless I hold off on using my Signet Ring. And the Imperium row is really bad. There's still 2 atomics out, but are they going to use it? Who knows? Who knows? But the Imperium row is terrible. My next hand's looking good. There's good potential there with Web of Power, Diplo. Goes Mentat here. He does have water to grab Grape Flat. I mean, Exodia has water to grab Grape Flats. I'm trying to remember if I spent my liaison here on this. Swordmaster, because we do own Karthag, so if someone goes Karthag, they do feed us that Solari so that we can get an intrigue off a ring. And we can even get Karthag ourselves for double intrigue. Yeah, so I do go liaison here because we own Karthag, so someone could either feed me that Solari from my ring or I can feed it myself. And we still got the power play here, either to get the friendship on Wealth, or we could go up into Secrets to pump for the Benny Alliance. Exodia is grafting the Twisted Mentat here on a Hardy Warriors. Gets the agent back. Boom. Now, is that a good use? Because realistically, I mean, Leto could go Hardy himself and pressure her, and then he also has 2 more agents on top of that. Does he do that? Who knows? He goes selective with full space. So he had the option, but you also have to see if he has combat or not, and if it was worth that push. But at best, I mean, Ariana could have went Karthag next move into 10 plus an intrigue for potential combat if he were to have pressured that. And we got Stitched Horror and Experimentation to Research Station. So that's double Beetle here. So Ship is getting that VP. There's 1 Beetle. Or does he go for the faction bump to get himself the Emperor Alliance? No, he grabs the beetle on the research track. Grabs the beetle. He did beetle and trash on the Stitch tour there too. I think my consideration here is, do I want to spend Signaling first on card take so I can triple up on intrigues? Or do I power play first and then spend Signaling on somewhere else? And my iPad battery is dying here, so I gotta go to get my charger after. But yeah, I just go set up on shipping here. We got strategic push. Now, this could be bad because I might not get the power play out on wealth. Which is where I think, ideally in hindsight, I think is the best spot to go right now. That activates the web of power for next round. And there we did. We just plugged in the iPad there if you heard the sound of it being charged. Yeah, she tosses one more on 10 on Karthag. And see, here's the Hardy Warriors now from Leto. See, the Twisted Mentat left open the Hardy Warriors. And he's going up on Emperor here. Does he have favorite subject? Draws a card. Like, he still has another agent, so he can deploy 8 into 10. Plus, he has 2 intrigues. Got 6 cards in hand, so daggers. So now he has to see if Ariana has a dagger in her hand, or if that intrigue she got is a combat. So Twisted Mentat just left open up Hardy Warriors, which allowed Leto to do this. And he does toss everything in. And now he reconsiders. He does finesse. For the Emperor Alliance to get even more in. Yeah, here we are. So there goes Ariana's work of her Hardy Warriors with Twisted Mentat. It just got scooped. The conflict just got scooped from her. And Leto only tosses 5 for the 10. He may have daggers in hand. And he also has another agent, so he can consider going city space afterwards once he sees what Ariana reveals for. And we get our power play up here. And we go on up to wealth to get the web of power activated on all influences. And we're up on 7 VP. She has call for the entry, so it's not even a combat. She has no daggers, so that Hardy Warriors Twisted Mentat play did not work out for her. She left open Hardy Warriors after using Twisted Mentat. Now I forget what she used to go to there. I mean, I guess she had to, though, go to a Hardy like that. I mean, she could have went City Space first, I guess, with Twisted Mentat, then try to go to a Hardy if Leto went Hardy as the other agent move. But yeah, Twisted Mentat into Hardy to give back that space so that Leto now can take it from me feels bad. Feels bad, because now she's wasted troops, she's wasted water. Exodia is in a poor position here after that play. And you gotta love just me looking at my deck all the time, man. Seeing that web of power in there, that card is just so beautiful. The artwork is beautiful. The art is amazing to have. So Leto just reveals he's confident that his one dagger, because I mean Ariana has no intrigues at all. That one dagger got the fight for him. Like that's, and he gets Spice on slow. So now he's up on 8 on conflict win, which is disgusting. Which is disgusting. See, if she had a dagger or something, or maybe, I mean, if I'm her, do I maybe not pop the combat or not pop the intrigue so that I fake it out as being a combat intrigue so that Leto may feel a little, I mean, Leto probably just gambles though that she doesn't, because she still has to be the one to use it first. So he probably still reveals regardless, right? And we take a liaison here. 12 card deck. Leto's up on 8. Leto still has Benny Friendship available. Skips out on going interstellar shipping to grab spice. So he probably wants to select our breeding. Try to get the friendship. Plus a spice must flow. So Shippy gets shipping here. If he wants it. He goes with Chom Delegate. Now, Shiba does have shifting, so he could pressure Leto on Emperor Alliance. Which he does. We got Mackie spectating Ship It there. So we go grab Spice because we would like to get a selective breeding in ourselves here. And we can also dispatch the dagger to selective breeding if it's open, if Mr. Leto doesn't go there. That way we can trash dagger with off a selective, which would be nice tempo, saving the web of power so that we can use the faction bump instead. He goes research station. I think there's even a consideration for Mensat here too with dagger. And then hope that you get selective after, that way you can really pull through your deck. So selective gets taken on us here. So now we kind of have to use web of power if we want selective. Trashes the Chom for the money. Does he have Chom shares? Summon Solari. Flips out a card with Truesayer to draw. Alright, we go Mensat here, draw into Siege Mother. Now we kind of want to use Web of Power to draw 3. See if we can maybe get Spice Must Flow, if we can get a liaison. Because the Siege Mother will then be 3 persuasion for us. And green just goes and gets her Swordmaster. She's on Carthage as well with another intrigue. Our deck is kind of shit, to be honest. I mean, Web of Power is our best card. Siege Mother is faction. Really, that's kind of what it is. Now, Ship It has the best chance here of getting this fight to get shipping again to set up for next round, which would be beautiful for him. And some good tempo. Especially if he has Ring 2 in hand right now. Leto goes tech. Does he take hollows here? Takes the token. And just sits. Ship is the only one with high council, so Ship is really the only one who, you know, has that bonus 2 persuasion for potential Spice Must Flows here off of his hands. Does Ship it take hollows? Detonation devices? You got the 3 Spice, you got the Dreadnought. You're taking the Emperor Alliance away from yellow. Yeah, just got the Dreadnought. So we might have Gran as an intrigue then, right? We get our friendship here. We drew, thankfully we drew both liaisons, so the Siege Mother powered up and 2 liaisons. For 7 persuasion from those 3 cards. So beautiful Spiceman's Flow here. That's amazing for our tempo. Puts us on 9 VPs. And we can still afford to play Diplo somewhere. Or even dispatch experimentation up somewhere. Ship it deploys here with Sarkar Legion. Beautiful. I mean, everyone else's garrison is kind of gassed out, so Shippy gets this easy. You would think he would get it easy. I think I'm considering using experimentation with dispatch, grabbing water for a research next round, or pushing secrets too, right? Or I try to fight on party warriors, 2 troops, strategic push, and tiebreaker, which isn't gonna do it for us. So we just go grab the water for research station next round. We keep the cube here because research next station next round, we just go up and get ourselves the cube so that we're on 3 for the reclaim for the VP next round off of T-Lax. So yeah, so we're looking at trying to get the Benny Alliance if possible, as well as Spice Must Flow or the T-Lax VP. Spice Must Flow, T-Lax VP would also end it for us next round. It just depends on our shuffle here. Control bonus for Leto, and we got Web, Insane, and Experimentation. So, Dispatch, Experimentation, maybe up to Selective. Get the cube, Trash, Web of Power Reveal gets us the Alliance. We could also Research Station after no one has water. Let me see what we do here, because I don't know. Personally, what I would do now, after playing is, because this has been a week since I've played this game, so I don't really remember, but Dispatch to Experimentation onto Selective, go for the Solari, and then go Signet Ring Research to go Beetle. But we have, okay, wait, hold up. We go shipping here? I mean, I guess, we're really going to rely on the, yeah, we're going to put this bump in Benny. I guess Web of Power is going to get us that, or we go Dispatch to Selective. I think it's Research Station though with Signet Ring next. In hindsight though, I think Experimentation, Dispatch, Selective, Trash, Experimentation. Go for the Solari route still, and then go Signet Ring into Research into Beetle. Buy Intrigue. Could have been something, but Interstellar Shipping also works here. I mean, we really just need to get the Alliance and the T-Lax VP, or we gotta get a Spice Must Flow and the T-Lax VP. Or what we're trying to do is get the Alliance, the Spice Must Flow, and the T-Lax for 3 points here. To be on 12. That's what we're trying. I think that's why I went Interstellar Shipping. Because I'm hoping that Research gives me Siege Mother and Liaison for Persuasion. Because realistically, we go Signet Ring to research, draw, get Beetle. Then we go Web of Power to selective, get Alliance, as well as draw 3 cards. Yo, I'm on 17% battery there. You see that, boys? We could also buy the Intrigue as well, because Secrets is taken with Signet Ring. So the Siege here with Stitch Tour. It's the trash and the specimen there. Trash is recon. And goes for water. So, I mean, he wants Research Station, right? Might even have Signet Ring in hand so that he can get the drop down on Research into double Beetles for VP. And more troops into the fight. I don't remember though. So we take Research here. Get the Liaison, get the Diplo, and then I go for Beetle here. By the Intrigue, we got Gruesome Sacrifice, which works out because, I mean, we got the 2 troops here. Which is, I kind of regretted using Signet Ring after and getting the Gruesome. Because then I could have went Faction Bump. Mind you, would the Faction Bump have done anything? Potential, right? Because potentially I could have Faction Bump Spacing, Diplo Selective, Web of Power for Spacing Alliance instead. So I slightly regretted popping my Intrigue before, or doing the Research Bump instead of popping Intrigue first to see what we would have had. That's a misplay there. Always pop the Intrigue first. I do remember to do that when I'm doing shipping, just in case I get a faction bump, that I don't waste the shipping's faction bump on a place. But there was a misplay not doing it there. And there's, yeah, Shipping wanted to get Research Station with that Signet Ring so that he could have dropped for this Solari, get the double Beetles, and then deploy 4 troops into the conflict, right? Which would have been beautiful for Ship It. Would have been beautiful. But he does have Water Life. He does have the Water Life as the backup there. But I still think the Research Station for the double Beetles on Solari was his initial idea, I think. I mean, from my perspective, that would have been my idea with that. But he deploys everything here for double VPs on 15. 3 Intrigues. We go Web of Power to draw 3 here. We drew Spiceman's Flow. I was stressing if I was gonna hit my my 9, but we got the Siege Mother and the Recon. Another Intrigue, Disguise, which does nothing for us but give us a Spice. Yeah, so this is the most ideal for us that we got the Alliance, we got the T-Lax, and we get Spice Must Flow for 3 VPs to put us on 12. And Exodia did end up leaving. I missed it again watching this back when she ended up leaving. But yeah, she kind of got cooked there, unfortunately. Exodia was not it. Grandpa's deck was not it this time. So with the way things are looking, it's basically a position fight between Ship It and DP here on who's getting first or I mean second or third for Elo wise. But yeah, I think ship it. If he did get the research, he would have been in a great spot because, I mean, double beetle, get the Solari, and you get the 8, the 9, 10. He would have been on 10 then, right? Plus any intrigues he might have for endgames. I mean, he didn't even need double beetle though. He just needed another research icon to get the last beetle. But that would have gave him another VP for 8, 9, 10. So we grab Spice Must Flow. We're on 12 with 5 Spice. And we do have Tiebreaker for the 15 Spice. If someone reaches 12 here. Yeah, I don't know what the Fold Space was about by Leto because he didn't end up getting that alliance there. Unless he thought he was going to go another round, I guess. So I'm just playing for third here on the fight. Get another intrigue. Cannon turrets by Ariana. Economic positioning for Solari. So no endgames on Mr. Leto. No endgames. Yeah, I don't know what Leto was doing with that fold space play. Alright, now it just comes down to endgames. We got guild authorization here. Grand Conspiracies on Ariana. Tiebreaker on us for 15 Spice. No endgames on anyone else. So DP, Ship It, and Exodia. Unfortunately, Exodia left though, but yeah. I mean, 2 alliances, 2 conflict VPs, 4 friendships, 2 special flows, and the T-Lax VP. Web of Power, I mean, Ship It revealing us Web of Power was just disgusting. It really carried our game there. It really carried our game. It allowed us to get the Spice Must Flows. We were very late on Swordmaster. We didn't even have a high count, so we managed to get 2 Spice Must Flows. Thanks to Web of Power being able to draw us 3 cards off of selectives. Otherwise, we're in a bad spot, I think, without Web of Power. Because our deck is shit otherwise. So, thanks Ship It for the Web of Power reveal, I guess. And at this time of the video, I am at what? I'm on 7 on the board at 1863. If y'all enjoyed that, hit that like, hit the subscribe, leave a comment down below. Join the Discord, links in the bio. Consider becoming a channel member if you would like to support me additionally. And yeah, I mean, that's channel members is for exclusive emotes, stream VODs, and extra videos, as well as just supporting what we do here. But I appreciate y'all's comments and views regardless. And until next time, guys, peace.